ULT+CTL Manifesto Part 3, the final chapter. Okay, Mr. I hate phones and phones are a drug. What should we do then, Mr. High and Mighty? First and foremost, decide who you want to be and become that person. None of this may be important to you at all, and you may totally disagree with me, and everybody's free to make their own decisions and live their own lives. But if you'd like to know how my family handles this drug, I'll give you a little snapshot. Number one, lead by example. So I always try to live my life as if my daughter is standing right next to me, watching everything I do, listening to everything I say, and then I just become that person. It should be no surprise that our children are just newer versions of ourselves, right? So I show her that I'm not an addict and that I can go an entire day without the phone. I don't need it every day, all day, and that I can navigate this world without it. So that's rule number one for me. One rule that I also have is no phones for kids. We've collectively decided as a society that things like alcohol, tobacco, guns, and marijuana are not to be sold to minors. So why do we give them the most addictive and dangerous drug on the planet? I don't know, but personally, I don't do it. I think it's a really bad idea, and they don't need a phone no matter how much we think they do. My daughter has an Apple Watch for my convenience only. And that's only so that my wife and I, we can get a hold of her. We need to. Now, she uses it to communicate with her friends, and I've had to rectify the group chat problem that escalated very quickly, which is the next step down from social media, and that's all resolved now. But that can definitely be a problem even on the Apple Watch. But that's all fine now. We fixed that. But she's not gonna have a phone until her 18th birthday because phones are they're not for children. I mean, no kid can go out and get their own phone plan, right? They might be able to get their own phone, but they can't get their own phone plan because you got to sign a contract for that. So phones obviously aren't for kids. And she doesn't want one anyway. If she wants one, she'll get one on her 18th birthday, but she sees the damage they do everywhere we go. She's been hearing me rant about this for years, and she sees it every day at school too. Oh boy, the schools. I learned a lesson the hard way, walked into the lion's den on that one when they talked about the cell phone policy for the public schools. I need to kind of learn to read the room and know when to kind of sit this one out because you're outnumbered here. But her school has a bell-to-bell cell phone policy, and when that bell rings for the older kids, out comes the phone. They got to get on that thing immediately. So she sees the addiction that's out there and how bad they are everywhere we go. And, if you want to create a monster, lock in depression, or increase the chances of a teenage suicide, give them a phone and watch the carnage unfold. No, thank you. I'm going to just skip all that and just not give her the phone. And then I've heard the argument too, like at the school board meetings, they need to know how to use it when they graduate, because everybody uses the phone in the real world. Okay. I think they can figure out just fine. If there's one thing we know about the phones, they're super intuitive, right? They're really, really easy to use. Any dumb in the world can figure them out. My daughter can figure it out just fine. In fact, she did just the other day, when I forgot her music book on the way to piano lessons. I'm like, hey, get this, give mommy a call or send her a text, tell her we got to meet halfway, get your music book, get your piano lessons on time. She can figure it out just fine. She knows how to use a phone. Everybody knows how to use a phone because they're super intuitive. So there's all just more excuses to have phones for kids all day in school. But anyway, no phones for kids. She has an Apple Watch, and that's all she needs. And again, it's only for my convenience, really. And one of the rules we have in the house is when her friends come over, all devices in the bowl when the kids are here. And my wife and I do the same because, again, lead by example, right? So we don't prevent them from using them while they're here. We just enforce the rule that if you're going to use them, you got to use them by the door. And this one will root out the worst addicts pretty quick. We've seen them go to great lengths. So they'll say, hey, we're going to go outside and play. Great. Yes, go outside, get some sunlight and vitamin D, go have fun outside, but they won't go without the phone. So it just becomes another excuse to get on that phone and get that dopamine hit. So now the rule is the phone stays in the bowl the entire time you're here until you go home. We've also created an environment where phones aren't in the bedroom as well. So for my daughter, for me and my wife, no phones upstairs. So upstairs is where all the bedrooms are in this house. Once you start going up those stairs, you're in a device-free zone, and it's very nice and very peaceful. And it can be difficult to implement. I'll admit, having no phones in the bedroom, because we use them for everything, right? You got alarm clock, I listen to Calm, I like music upstairs, yada yada. I mean, they can all be easily remedied if you really want no phones in the bedroom. I use it as an alarm clock. Okay, next day shipping on Amazon. I use Calm to help me sleep. Okay, fine. My wife uses Calm to help her sleep. I got a new 7th generation iPod. I just record Calm onto a separate voice recorder, and then copy it onto the iPod. Problem solved. I like music in the bedroom. Yeah, me too. I like waking up to some liquid metal personally. So I have my Sirius XM boombox in the bedroom. Problem solved. Use it for emergencies. Yeah, that one can be difficult, I'll admit. But I don't have a family here in Colorado. So if I get that call in the middle of the night, what a meaningful difference am I going to make in the middle of the night? None at all. But if you got family around, or if my daughter gets older and then maybe she's out, although I'm a night owl, so I'll be up anyway, I can see why you'd want a phone in the bedroom at night, but easily solved, get a landline. So again, if you really want no phones in the bedroom, it can be done. It just depends if you want to have no phones in the bedroom or not. But I will say that it's brought a lot of peace and tranquility to everything upstairs, with no devices, and be a total device-free zone in all the bedrooms. So that is one of the things we've implemented, and we also try to take phone Sabbaths as much as possible. So it's not possible every weekend, but what we try to do is turn the phones off and the tablets off on Saturday night. I mean off. Not in do not disturb mode, completely off, and then we lock them in the safe Saturday night. Don't turn them on until Monday morning. Then we get all of Sunday, we get Saturday night, all of Sunday to do whatever we want with no devices at all. So sometimes it'd be me coming down here, jamming a little bit, but most of the day it's just spending time as a family and being totally in the moment. Then we turn them on Monday morning. So a full 36 hours phone Sabbath with no devices at all. And that's been very therapeutic. And another thing we do is try to leave the phones behind whenever we can. I don't need a phone every time I go pick my daughter up for school. I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. And I don't need a phone to tell me either of those things. And I don't need a GPS or maps everywhere I go. I've lived here longer than 2 minutes, so I know my way around the area. So those are some of the things that we do to handle this drug in our household. And if you made it this far, wow. Thank you. I'm surprised anybody listened this long to me speak about anything. But thanks for listening, and stay tuned. There's a lot more to come from In Agony. We got a lot more good songs with good content, good messages, I think. And it's gonna be a journey. It's gonna be a ride. It's gonna be a roller coaster. We're gonna go on some ups and downs, and I'm gonna take you on a journey, and it'll be good. So stay tuned.